Hi everybody and welcome to the World of Micah. Today is the day we visit Universal Studios Florida and see everything that is out for the upcoming Halloween Horror Nights 2022. A lot of Scare Zone props, a lot of food booths are up. Let's go see exactly what they have out now. Let's take a closer look. Well, right as you walk in, check this out. Look at all the pumpkins. This is actually like where the pumpkins that started Little Boo originated from. It was this group of pumpkins, which is something that if you know, you know. But this is the main entrance here, and this is where the pumpkins are gonna be for this year's Halloween Horror Nights 2022. This is gonna be amazing to walk in through this scaffolding with all the lights and the fog, and you'll be surrounded by these pumpkins. I love seeing them. Every year that kind of seals the deal that Halloween is here, and this is where they're gonna be for the upcoming season, right next to Despicable Me Minion Mayhem. So pretty cool, right as we walked in. And would you look at this, the first food booth that I'm seeing for this year. Kind of noticing a trend. They're adding photographs of different things on all the food booths, and they kind of have a theme. This looks like a house, Thought it was the Myers house when I first walked up and saw the gray and everything on it, but that's, here's the reason why I thought. The Myers house is a white house in the film, but if you go to Pasadena now, the current color of the Myers house, where it currently sits, which is not the original location, it is kind of sort of this tint of gray and a blue. It's like a grayish blue. So yeah, that's where my mind went. And then directly across, look at this. Theme to trick or treat, and not Sam, just legitimately trick or treat. It says it right in the middle here. And then the more you look at it, you realize there's two eyes and an evil looking mouth here. Two different food booths near the New York area. Now, normally in years past, this is a bar, and I'm sure that's probably what it's gonna be this year. No, big theming on this, but we're heading over towards the tribute store, and there's some major theming over here with a scare zone that has to do with major sweets. Gonna cut through the backside here, show this, look at this. Major sweets, and there's Little Boo right there. The pumpkin I was talking about earlier. Getting a little bit of a fall festival feel so far with this Scare Zone. Look at that. Killer Taste. Major Sweets Candy Company. It's awesome. Oh man, look at the tag. Major Sweets, Main Street, 1331, October. Yeah, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this is completely themed to a fall festival. Look at this. Judge's booth here and the Major Sweets. Corn stalks, pumpkins, and a little stand. And look at this, someone drove a John Deere tractor right into this booth here. Oh my gosh, look at that, it's like a little Biestal type cat on the light. And then look at this, it's almost like a little photo op, seems like, but I'm sure there's gonna be something on the stage here with the pumpkins and everything in front of the mummy. And check this out, this is something new for Sting Alley, and look at that meats, man. That's pretty cool, right? Reminds me of like Meats, remember that? From years past. And all throughout the Lansing and Sting Alley area, they have these guys set up for like the little fall festival for this Scare Zone. I'm gonna walk down through here and see what all is involved in this. Wow. So moving in further down Sting Alley here, look, they got all kind of assorted meats sitting out here. If they don't serve meat, I'm gonna be disappointed. I'm sure they are, but this is interesting to see a food like booth set up for Horror Nights in the middle of Sting Alley. That's kind of crazy, right? And there's a smaller booth right over here. This is not a prop, somebody left this here, but guessing they're gonna have some kind of juice or a beverage here at this this stand. But Delancey Street still blocked off. I'm sure they'll reopen that for Halloween Horror Nights. But it's kind of crazy to come back here and think that we'll be able to get food and beverages in this area of Sting Alley. I always like going through here at night. It's a little creepy, a little eerie, so it's gonna be something fun to do for Halloween Horror Nights. And in years past, this has been a bar, and I'm sure it's gonna be one as well. This is located right across from where the Beat Builders have their show, and Fast and the Furious Supercharged. So I am gonna bet some money that this will be the bar like it always has been. And I think they had the Twisted Taters here too, but mostly this is where you grab your drinks. And making our way into Fisherman's Wharf, we've got some scaffolding here with lights and some speakers. This has always been a fun scare zone in years past. Rob Zombie, and then they had the horrors that they had here where all the characters were in black and white. And look at this, they've got a little stage set up here with some, almost looks like hieroglyphics in a way. Getting some like mummy-ish vibes over here. This is cool, whatever this is gonna be. But after further doing some investigation and walking up, this looks like something that could be in like a witch's lair almost, with the cauldron and the markings and everything. Yeah, this would definitely be something that has to do with witchcraft or something. Pretty cool. But that's gonna do it for Fisherman's Wharf area. We'll have to wait and see exactly what's gonna be put in place here for this scare zone. Next to Salty's Sketches, they're setting up some, could be food booths, and I'm seeing some more of those little carvings that was in the scare zone I just showed you guys over in front of Fast and the Furious Supercharged. Yep. See that? Those are probably gonna light up. Probably some lights back in there. And these will be lit up. And they're going all throughout this area of Pier 41. Wow. Maybe there's gonna be a lot more seating and a lot more area to hang out for Halloween. Because in years past, let me tell you, when you get something to eat or something to drink, there's not a whole lot of places to sit, kind of enjoy it, and take a load off for a minute because you've been standing in line and doing constant houses all night. So maybe with this area being as open as it is and those signs going all the way down, maybe there'll be more of a seating area here and a way for you to kind of take a break, because it's okay to take a break during HHN. You gotta pace yourself if you're gonna be here all night. Yeah, see, it's gonna go all the way back on this side, but now we're making our way across towards the old Amity bathrooms over here, and I see another food booth that's straight ahead that looks like a giant pumpkin. And this is going to be the food booth here. It's a giant pumpkin. Look at that. That's awesome. Giant pumpkin. I'm into it. So super excited to see what's gonna be inside this. I hope everything in here is pumpkin. I hope I get some pumpkin bread, some kind of pumpkin stuff, maybe even a pumpkin cold brew. That would be awesome. And I'm happy to report that the bar is back. Well, this is normally the bar in years past. We'll have to just wait and see, but it is in the same spot it's always been, here in front of the Men in Black alien attack area. But nothing set up for an entrance to a house going on right over here, so we'll have to wait and see if that pops up. And there's also not a entrance here for a house, which has been here in years past. But it still is early, but I'm not seeing scaffolding or anything set up over here. And directly in front of the Jules Verne train from Back to the Future Part 3 is another food booth here. Got an interesting color scheme. Kind of looks like a Minion. Not gonna lie, that looks like a Minion to me, but it's not going to be. But yeah, another food booth right here in front of the Jules Verne train. And directly in front of Woody Woodpecker's Kid Zone, the Animal Actors show, there's another food booth. This one has pumpkin scarecrows on it. Look at this dude. A lot of like traditional Halloween stuff for this year. I'm noticing a lot of pumpkins, a lot of scarecrows, a lot of fall festival themes. I'm into it. And this looks like something out of like a witch or something, man. Like, look, you got like all kinds of potions and everything going on in here. And then the writings and everything up there. Kind of reminds me of the scare zone they had in front of Fast and the Furious. And this almost looks like stained glass here, but check this out. It's pretty witchy, I had to say. And directly across is another stand. This is usually the bar over here. And then they usually have two houses straight ahead over in Kids Zone. No sign of entrances to houses yet. yelling for somebody over there, but no sign of entrances for houses yet over here in Kids Zone. And the Central Park area has a lot of stuff set up here for this scare zone. Look at this, some scaffolding and a little walkway, a little platform. It seems like there's going to be something happening up here and quite possibly down below. And then straight ahead to the left over here, right next to Cafe La Bamba, they have like a little Day of the Dead set up here. Little sugar skulls. They'll be probably serving some food here. Maybe some drinks. But in years past, this is where like the pumpkins first started. So it's interesting to see them graduate from this side of the park to the main entrance like we saw when we first walked in. And now to our last segment of the park for Halloween Horror Nights. Straight ahead, Hollywood Boulevard. Let's check out the scare zones they have here. And sooner than we think, we will be seeing Mel's Die-In returning right up here on the neon lights. First thing I'm coming up to is a sign for Nettlewoods Cemetery here. Got the full gates and the sign. So obviously this is going to be a cemetery themed scare zone we have. Oh yeah, this is cool. Look at the statue here. Wow. Got a little boo hole here. Man, this is great. It's starting to come together. Wow, look at this gargoyle. This guy's pretty scary looking, man. That's amazing. Seems like the little mausoleums that they have set up are going to be the boo holes here. Lots of detail in this, man. I mean, so much detail. I can't wait to see what this looks like at night, in the dark, in the fog. Got another statue here. I keep waiting for their faces to move or blink. But yeah, I gotta say, this is probably the most props so far out for a scare zone, and quite possibly the best themed. Yeah, look at this, like a side entrance to the cemetery here. And another fence. Got some spider webs coming in here and a weeping lady. I did a video on a statue just like this out in a cemetery one time, and they said every now and then people would come out and the arm would change. It would not be her left arm, it would change to her right arm extended. That's the folklore that I did a video on. Cool to see the spider webs and everything coming together. And people are leaving things for their loved ones here. Some flowers and jewelry, keepsakes, coins. It looks like a real cemetery. And that's it for Nettlewood Cemetery. Gotta say, really excited. This is possibly the most time I spend in a scare zone is in this area. Years past, this has always been kind of my favorite area to spend time in. Sitting down on a bench and just kind of people watching is kind of fun to take a break. Well, we came, we saw, we took care of business here today at Universal Studios Florida, checking out all the updates and scare zones for Halloween Horror Nights 2022. This was a lot of fun, and I'm super excited to visit Halloween Horror Nights. There's gonna be a lot of videos. Just giving you guys something to look forward to. But I think it's time to say goodbye. If you enjoyed this episode, please click the thumbs up button. The next time you're here at Universal, tell someone World of Micah sent you, and I will see you guys on the next adventure. Until then, stay weird. Goodbye.